What is everybody? Welcome back to Country's Movies. Today we're going to be ranking the Harry Potter movies as well as putting them into a tier list because, let's be honest, all of these are pretty great, or most of them are, and it's going to be picking hairs to try and separate them. So first I'll do the tier list to better represent how much I really love all of these movies. And then I'll rank them just to see what my official list would be, because I am interested in getting out my favorite, which is definitely kind of an unorthodox opinion, but yeah, I guess without further ado, let's get started. This will not be your typical S, A, B, C, D. I have a specific rating system. Basically, I'll be going off a letterboxd. 5, 4.5, 4, 3.5, 3, 2.5, you get it. I won't be going that low, spoiler alert, but yeah, I guess we'll start out with Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, which I'm going to put at the 3.5 tier. This is probably my least favorite in the series, which is saying a lot because it's still pretty good, and there's a lot of pretty magical stuff they do. But it also entails some pretty average storytelling, and the CGI is not great. The acting is probably the worst it's been, but, I mean, they're like 10 and 11 years old, so that's not something you can hold them accountable for necessarily, but it's pretty good. It's not the best, but it's pretty good. Next, we'll move on to Chamber of Secrets, the second in the series. This is a big step up. I put it at 4 stars. Just everything works better. It goes for a darker tone, and it absolutely achieves that. The storytelling is better this time around. The acting has gotten significantly better, and a lot of the characters are more endearing, and the development is overall just a lot better. My really only complaint is the story. The story's good itself, but the way they achieve their twists and turns is really like just convenient and overly 5-year-old-ish. And I still don't like the part where Voldemort rearranges his name. That just really seems like something they would do on Disney Channel. But yeah, otherwise this is a big step up and 4 stars. Next up is Prisoner of Azkaban. This is perhaps the best technical achievement in the series. I think it probably is that. I'm putting it at the 4.5 tier. It's phenomenal. Everything works here pretty much. The acting has got significantly better, and it really shows that this is how you cater to a crowd that maybe thinks a big budget blockbuster can't be amazing. This is what Black Panther was to the MCU. This is something that is just so well done on a tonal level, on a technical level. Everything here works. This is a phenomenal movie, and yeah, I love it. The only complaint I might have had is that the ending was very anticlimactic. I was expecting kind of some twist, and I guess that's kind of what the other books or movies set me up for, but I mean, yeah, it was really fantastic otherwise. Moving on to Goblet of Fire, we have another 4.5 star tier. This was another fantastic movie, but in a different vein than Prisoner of Azkaban. This one didn't so much have all the technical achievements, but the storytelling is so riveting, and it's engaging and compelling, and all the battles and all the events they do, this is just amazing to watch. Storytelling, like I've previously mentioned, is phenomenal, and that ending gives me chills. And the twist, yes, it's predictable. It's a twist, like always. It's Harry Potter, you have to have a twist, but yeah, I really love this. Moving on to Order of the Phoenix, this is the only really trivial step down in between Half-Blood Prince and Goblet of Fire. This one just didn't seem a ton to know what it wanted to do, and for a lot of people, this is their favorite. And I'm a little bit daunted or intimidated by the length of the book, which is 3 books down in the series for me. But yeah, I'm a little intimidated, but just because this is probably on the lower end, it's still a trivial step down, and it's really good. Like I said, 4 stars. But I mean, the action is easily the best in the series. Probably that end scene is phenomenal. My complaints lie in the fact that they created a character in Dolores Umbridge, which is fun to hate, yes, but they spent like half the movie with her in power when it really led to nothing, except Dumbledore and Harry being exonerated for something that was really just a byproduct of her terrible character. But yeah, a lot of it felt inconsequential and derivative, and this felt like not necessarily an unnecessary chapter, but not something that I'm just dying to see. Coming into the final 3, we have Half-Blood Prince, and this is another 4.5 star. This is one that a lot of people love to hate. I find this constantly at the bottom of the list, and I can understand that, but this is kind of how you cater to me. I'll mention it again in a later movie, but this is how you cater to me. the cinematography is amazing. The color palette is just so dark and really fits the tone of the entire film. The acting really works, and the emotion. I love a movie that's going to meditate on something and really, I don't know, tell a story, but not necessarily have to tell it in a bombastic fashion that's going to engage you from beginning to end in the action sense, like a Marvel movie or something. And the emotion is spot on. The ending gives me chills, and I just think everything they do in this movie works. I love the relationship development. Yes, it's romantic, and some people might not find that in their taste, but I loved it. Moving on to Deathly Hallows Part 1. This is one of my favorite in the series. 4.5 stars. I don't know what about it. It's like the first one that doesn't take place primarily at Hogwarts, and that's not something that you would think, oh wow, that's something that's going to make for an amazing movie. But it does. The globe-trotting type of adventure, the emotion, the character development. I like the idleness that they took. A lot of people think this is just a primary setup, but the emotion and the character development that we get, the intimacy and meditative character moments delivered by David Yates in Deathly Hallows Part 1 is perhaps the best in the entire series. Like, the dance scene with Hermione and Harry, that's just like, that's peak Harry Potter cinema right there. Yes, it's a bit slow, I guess, but it works. Everything works for me, and the emotion is spot on, especially at the end. I won't spoil it, even though it's been like 10 years, but yeah. And finally, in another 4.5 stars, Deathly Hallows Part 2. Now, I was, like Prisoner of Azkaban, the ending was a tad underwhelming. I love going back and seeing all the nostalgia and, like, just thinking about the whole ride we've gotten throughout these 8 movies. And, I don't know, it's just great finale to what was an amazing series. The final battle, like I said, isn't entirely maybe living up to what I was expecting, but I think all the emotion that was delivered and the character payoffs from the setups we've gotten for the like past 5 movies, they really work, and everything that they try to do works. I would have loved a bigger ending, but yeah, otherwise this is great. So now that I've put them into their separate tiers, I'll put that up on the screen. But now it's time to rank them. So like I said, coming in last place is the Sorcerer's Stone. I don't know. I enjoyed it, yeah, but I just reference the notes that I gave on them. Coming in number 7 will be Chamber of Secrets, probably. It's really close between it and Order of the Phoenix, but I think Order of the Phoenix did a lot of the action elements better. Moving into the 4.5 star tier, I'd say I'd probably put Deathly Hallows Part 2 at number 5. I know that's kind of a controversial choice, but I still loved it. Obviously, it's just the bottom of the barrel for 4.5, which is not a slight in any way. But coming in number 4, I think I'm going to put Half-Blood Prince, a character, meditative, relationship-driven movie that I absolutely love. I wish I could put it higher, as with most of these, but coming in number 3 is Goblet of Fire. The action is amazing. The ending gives me chills. I won't go too in depth because I've already talked about it, but coming in at number 2 is Prisoner of Azkaban. For all the technical wizardry it has in its name, or to its name, and the amazing direction from Alfonso Cuarón, which is easily the best in the series, the ending was a tad bit underwhelming, but everything else works. But number 1 is Deathly Hallows Part 1. Like I said at the beginning, unorthodox opinion. A lot of people have this very last or very close to the last, and I can get that. I don't agree with it, but I can understand why. It does very much feel like a setup, but I really love the dark, the grayish tone that made for my favorite in the series. So, yeah, the whole tone, everything works. The character-driven aspect of the movie is why it's my favorite. Yeah, I'll have to go back and rewatch these at some point. Maybe give you another ranking video. I don't know. Maybe when Fantastic Beasts comes out. I haven't seen those, but I'll maybe try to watch them before the 3rd one, if there is a 3rd one. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Make sure to leave your list and maybe tier list down in the comment section down below. Always remember to keep God number 1. Have a great day, and I will see you next time.